Hello my lovelies, welcome back to my channel. This is Glam Bae Official and today we are talking about how you can choose the right perfume or cologne and what it has to do with your body chemistry. Now, I was so shocked by some of the things that I found today, but I think it's very important to understand the ins and outs of your fragrances so that you can make the right choice. Now, what are fragrances made out of? There are three things you need to consider. First thing is you have top notes, heart notes, and base notes. Now with your top notes, this is more like a lighter molecule in the fragrance. It's kind of saying, hi, I'm here, let me introduce you. So these are usually lighter scents that you would find in your fragrances or lighter ingredients. Then you have your heart notes, and like the name says, this is the heart of the fragrance. It is the core. So these are usually slightly heavier, slightly spicier, and slightly woodzier, and definitely more weighted in molecules in the fragrance. Then finally, you have your base notes, and this just helps to combine the first two and really bring it together to complete your fragrance. So how can you choose the right fragrance? You need to make sure that you understand your body chemistry. So for example, we can all use the same perfume or cologne, right? But it's gonna smell different from me and from you and from your brother or your sister or mother, etc. That's because you have a pH, a chemical pH in your body, and sometimes it can be neutral or it can be acidic. So that changes how the fragrance usually stays on your body. Now let's say you want to test. I recommend that you go to a store, smell it, see what agrees with you, and try it out for the day before you make your purchase, especially if you're spending money on designer perfume, because we all know that's not cheap. So I say you need to apply it at the following areas, and these are called your pulse points. Check out more in a little bit. How can you test your perfume? You should apply it to your pulse points. Where are those? So you can find them right here behind your ears. You can find them in between your inner elbow, your wrists, and behind the knees. This is where you generate the most heat. This is where you sweat the most. To all the girlies with some tartars, your pulse point can also be located in between your cleavage, because this is where you usually sweat the most when you start to feel warm. So when you're testing out a perfume, you can apply it to these areas, wear it for a couple of hours, right? Do your errands, go home, etc. and see, can you smell it at the end of the day? Does it smell the same like when it did when you first put it on? That's how you can do the test, right? So how can you check which one is for males and which one is for females? Now, females have perfume, and we apply this at different pulse points compared to men, and that's because perfume compared to cologne has more essential oils in it, which means it has a higher concentration. That is why men use cologne. Cologne is lighter and it doesn't last as long, so there's a specific way to apply it. What's the difference between female and male perfume and cologne application? Check it out in a little bit. Now, if you're a female, you would use a fragrance called a perfume. There are different types of perfumes, namely two, and one is eau de toilette, which is slightly lighter, and I would recommend this for people who don't usually sweat, or if you are living in a cooler climate. And then you have eau de parfum. This is for people who like a more intense smell. You even have eau de parfum intense, and this helps to last longer on your skin, and especially if you sweat easily and also if you're in a hotter climate. Now, if you live in a place like South Africa, which can get pretty hot in the summer, or like China, for example, which is blistering in the summer, I would recommend that you not only apply your perfume on your pulse points, but you should also apply it on your clothes. For example, your jackets, the collar of your jackets, where your arms come through, and even just the lapels. This can help the perfume keep your clothes smelling fresh and smelling good, so you can do a little bit of both. Now, what is the difference between men and women and how they apply their fragrances? So for females, you will just stick to the pulse points like we spoke about, the wrists, behind the earlobes, within your inner elbows, and behind your knees. But for men, it's different when applying cologne. Like I said before, it is less intense compared to female fragrances. So this is how you apply it. So usually we take a shower, and after your shower you towel dry and then apply your cologne. So you can apply it to your pulse points, you can even apply it to your chest, arms, etc. And here, if you have a beard or you've just shaved, you can apply it there, but just be careful because there's some alcohol in there, so it could actually burn you. So take that into consideration. Don't apply it on shaving day. And after you take a shower, obviously you're going to towel dry, and then what you're going to do is you're going to apply it lightly, sparingly, let it settle, and then you will start with your light application and then move on to refreshing just before you leave the house. And why all this work, like I said, it's not as concentrated as female fragrances, so that is how you apply your colognes. Here are some of the best voted fragrances according to Vogue and Nordstrom for 2023. We'll start with the females. So they said Libre by YSL is one of the top 10 perfumes that works really well for women. It's not so strong. It has a minty flavor and that musky flavor, so it's not too sweet. It smells absolutely gorgeous. I have used this perfume myself and I was very impressed that it lasted the whole day, given that I'm a sweater, okay? I sweat a lot. Please don't judge me. So if I can handle it, you can handle it. It's a very good perfume. I'm not sure how much it costs in other countries, but round about here, depending on your size, for 30 mils, you're probably going to pay like 60 euros, but it's totally worth it because it's designer perfume. It's a very good quality, so I highly recommend it. The second one is Absolutely Fucking Fabulous by Tom Ford. Sorry for the swear word, but that's on the perfume. I've never smelled this one. I'll let you know if I visit Sephora or something, which is where you can shop it, or you can shop it online at douglas.de. I'm willing to try it, but it gives off a vibe that it's not so floral. It could be a little bit spicy. So I'm definitely excited to try that one. I'll let you guys know if it's good. Now the price range for this could be a little bit pricey. I think for 50 or 60 mils, you're looking at 100 euro. I'm not sure how much it is in South Africa or wherever you're watching this from, but make sure to check it online, budget for it, worth the investment. And then you also have the Mademoiselle by Chanel. All of these perfumes that I've mentioned, by the way, are not eau de toilette, they're all eau de parfum. So it's quite intense. And if you're not a sweater, I recommend that you go for the eau de toilette version. But if you're like me, you like it intense, you like it long lasting, eau de parfum is the one for you. Now I'm gonna write an article about these perfumes. I'll include pictures and prices and more names, probably between 5 or 10, so you can have a selection. I just wanted to give you guys a hint about what to look for. Now let's check out the men's colognes. Now, for the guys, the top 3 colognes according to Vogue and Nordstrom 2023, we are starting with Sauvage by Dior. In case you didn't know, Johnny Depp is actually the spokesperson, has been for the last 10 years for this cologne, and this is eau de parfum. I've never smelled this before, but apparently it smells really good and it's long lasting, so I highly recommend that. And next we have Bleu de Chanel, and this is also eau de parfum. I don't know how, I didn't actually know that Chanel makes cologne for men, so it should be interesting to check that out. Like, how does the marketing work between what they do for females? You know, it's always very different. Men usually have this dark, mysterious, and women have these floral, happy adverts. So I'd actually like to perhaps make a video and a comparison about the marketing of fragrances for men and women. Let me know in the comments if you want this. And our final cologne is by Ralph Lauren, and this is Polo Black. Now, I'm not sure about the price ranges, obviously, because why would I have to buy a cologne? But like I said, you guys can check this out on Google at a store near you, or you can shop online. For my South Africans, you can shop on Take A Lot. And for those of us abroad in Europe, you can shop on Amazon. Or if you're in the city or within Germany, you can shop at Douglas. They really have an excellent perfume section, and the people who work there are really helpful. I mean, in my experience at Marienplatz. So it's up to you. I really hope you take the time to invest in how you smell, because I think it's very important in regards to your personal style, right? You want to leave a lasting impression, and you want to make a good first impression. You only have one opportunity to do so. So even if you're dressed really well and you don't smell so good, you're easily forgettable. Now with personal style, you want to really make an impact. You really want to make a statement about yourself, and definitely a fragrance or a cologne, how you smell is so important. Thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure to comment below if you want me to talk about more perfumes, maybe take you to the store with me, But stay tuned, I'll be coming through with some new content. As you can see, the setup is different. Thank you so much for being there, for your continued support, and for being so patient with me while I work on this new content. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, do all the things. Make sure to follow me on Instagram. I'm thinking of starting a Facebook page. Let's do a poll. Do you guys still have Facebook? Is it worth it? I can't wait to hear from you. Lots of love. Have a fantastic day. Mwah. Bye.